I've had way too much coffee today. First off, I want to say thank you to 100 subscribers. I really appreciate all of that. And without further ado, let me just talk about this video. I first started producing when I was 17. I'm now 24, and I've only gotten a little bit better. Mainly when I started, I had no musical training. Every tutorial I seen was pretty much just how to sound like this other guy, how to make getter growls, how to make Skrillex basses, how to make Noisia style, whatever. Most of the tutorials were pretty much just, okay, pick this specific wavetable, go to this specific position, choose this specific filter. Pretty much the problem with this is, you're learning how to make something, but you're not really learning the fundamentals of why any of this works. I can sit here and fuck around with shit until, you know, I get a sound that I like, but unless I know how it's made, then I probably won't be able to recreate it, or at the very least, I'll have a lot of time spent messing around with parameters instead of actually making music. And that was a problem for me for the longest time. So what I'm going to do here is take notes from my first EP, Nightlife the Answer. Yeah, this is about when I started, September 10th, 2017. My friend Seth did the album cover. What's up, Seth? If you're watching this, you're probably not. Alright, first things first, let's just drag this in here. And this is what I do with most of my flips. Mainly I just take a section and just mess around with it for a while. I don't know why, when I first started producing, I used to set my tempo to really obscure, not like, it used to be like 83.27 or whatever. I can't go to the original project because it's on my really old laptop, so... Now I have this, I'm just gonna make something brand new with it. When people ask me what genre of music I make, I always have to say I make electronic. I always get that very weird kind of response of what kind of electronic. I always kind of say it's a hodgepodge of a lot of different genres and just leave it at that. Most of the time I get responses like, oh, so like EDM. I have a lot of influences and I like using all those influences in my music. And I'm not really concerned about genre. And because of that, oh, Jesus Christ. Because of that, I feel like it's a lot more freeing. When I look at tutorials of bass growls and stuff, or how to produce like this artist, I always take it with a grain of salt because usually the person who's producing isn't the actual person. When you're doing a Skrillex tutorial, it's not Skrillex making that tutorial. If I show you something, just take it with a grain of salt and use it in your own productions as if you're your own person, because you are your own person. This is kind of just a template for now. I really don't think that lead's gonna work. What I have in my head right now is kind of a K-Tronada inspired dance track with very rhythmic percussion, but right now it's just a kick and a fucking sine wave, so let's see. And just because I say I want it to sound like something doesn't mean that the end result's gonna sound like that. In fact, I think it's gonna sound way different from what I'm thinking in my head, but I'm not gonna fight that feeling. I'm just gonna go with it because I think that's more interesting than spending the whole time trying to recreate a sound that sounds like somebody else. Here, I downloaded a bunch of Discord drums, so I kind of want to mess around with this. And part of the creative process for me is just messing with sounds and just not caring how much time I spend on finessing with something that might not even belong in the track. I think that's fun. You want the iconic Renderhead sound, whatever that is. Lots of erosion in my tracks. Lots of ozone imaging in my tracks and a bunch of multi-band compression. A lot of the times, my drum buses have their own group because I like squashing the sound together. In my last video, I kind of noticed that I had made a kick and kick too, and for my little acid loop, I put it in a drum bus and the kick just wasn't hitting as hard. It's kind of a lesson just to learn. I'm gonna try a trick here where I just record in my mid-eye for the hat. I kind of want it to sound more organic, so let's do that. I like these pads a lot too, so let me try and figure out a way to get these in there. Sometimes layering is nice, and I don't think I want these chords to be dominant. I do want them to be in the background though, so they're going to be quiet, but they are going to add a layer. Layering is nice. Let's do this. And of course, a modern trick I've been using is M Saturator. Now again, I'm not classically trained in music theory. I kind of just play chords that I think sound good. Cool trick for organic piano is to just offset by a couple milliseconds. I decided I like the initial sound here, but I don't. The chords aren't really popping out in the mix, so I'm just gonna keep these initial pluck sounds and probably use maybe some low pass filtered super saws, just cause I think that sounds nice. Or even, oh Jesus Christ. Now here's for the fun part, the fucking bass, man. I have a preset here. Let's see. Simple sub. If I can fucking figure out how presets work. You know what? I do think that sounds fine. Let's play with this for a minute and then just maybe try another bass. One thing I like adding to my drums is a little bit of room reverb, like very, very subtle amount, just so it kind of sounds a little bit more alive. And I high pass above 300 because I don't want any stereo in my low end, so... I gotta piss! Some good advice too is to keep yourself well fed and hydrated. I have a really bad habit of being so focused on music that I forget that everything around me exists, but right now I'm microwaving food so I don't fucking pass out and die. Trying to go full house here. Full house? What? Full house? Trying to go full house here and fucking...
When the devil takes one more! Kick it up, hey! Kick it up, hey! Kick it up, hey!
I like my cheesy vocals, so I added a little cheesy vocal here.
Kick it up, hey!
Now I'm noticing that this sound here kind of pops out a little bit too much. So I have to mess around with volume and stuff. Let's hope it fits in, but otherwise I'm gonna have to figure something else out.
Kick it up, hey!
I still like that sub that I was using beforehand, so why don't I just use that to layer this little break part.
Kick it up, hey! Kick it up, hey!
This is gonna take a while.
A few moments later.
Is this ever gonna end? Jesus Christ. I want to do a beat switch because I just want to, okay? Leave me alone. One advocate. What? One thing I really want to advocate is really good transitions. No, I want a small, short. And I need another snare. I like that. Trying to add a bigger transient, but I don't know if that's working. Actually, yeah, that kind of works. Damn. Sometimes you'll go through this feeling where you're working on another part of the song and you go back to the first part you were working on and you're like, what the fuck, what was I doing? This sounds great, but holy shit, it's so disconnected from this. I kind of went off course, but I think that's the fun part, is that music has no limits. Oh, not 41, oh. I just noticed all this is a mono. I kind of need some stereo in here. Give me a little bit of stereo, dude. Whoa, too loud. He does need to be down. I won't lie, I'm going fucking ham bone and hammy mode right now. What?
Gravity.
He's fat, he's round, he's worth £1 million. It's Moby Jones. It's Moby. Come on, at it.
Oh, I can't fit all of it in. Let's see.
Oh, you lot. Come on. Come on, at it.
I want to make this work. It's a.
Come on, at it. Come on, at it. Come on, at it. Come on, at it. Come on, at it.
Nah, it didn't work.
Hey, wake it up. It's time for your day. Hey, wake it up. It's time for your daily reality. Hey, wake it up. It's time for your reality check.
It's too slow.
You think you got a chance?
It doesn't work, but I love it. I wish things work.
Oh, you lot. I'm taking.
God, fuck. I love this one too.
I'm taking no prisoners today.
I love it. You already know I'm gonna put acid in it. Why are you asking? Good morning. Alright, I need to take a break.
A few moments later.
I want to wrap this up. I'm like 4 hours in. Do my fucking kick acid thing. Kick ass. I kick acid acid. Nah, doesn't sound good. So my method usually for making songs is if I find an idea really good, I pretty much just make a demo and then export it, and then I sit on it for a really long time. This isn't the case. I pretty much just did the whole thing in one take. Why bother sitting on something that otherwise you'd probably mess with like forever? Instead, just work on what you think you can accomplish in like couple hours, and then if it's not as good, well, that's practice for your next song. You know, not everything has to be some grand masterpiece. The thing I want you to take away is to have fun. I don't usually make house tracks. I don't really think this middle section is my best work. I'd probably do something different with this transition. Since I had some learning experience here and I did an okay job at just roughly mixing and mastering a quick 5-hour track, I'm really happy with what came out. Come a long way since 2017. There's a lot of ups and downs from then, but you know, for how long this song originally was to how much I created original things, how many tracks I can use now, my equipment's upgraded, I've gotten more plugins. I pretty much have just evolved exponentially. I only get one day to really work on music like this. And for the rest of the week, I'm kind of working in my head about what I want to do with the work I have. And that's probably your case too, unless you know this is your job. This isn't my job yet. I'd like for it to be my job. Let me get out mini meters and pretty much just show you what I've done. And hopefully I'll be able to edit and put this out tomorrow, because holy shit, I was working ham mode on this. Well, alright. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week, I guess. Oh, and I never saved the project.